Okay, we got the confirmation that the call is being recorded. Okay, so we are done with attendance and the OOPS concept. Basically, OOPS means object oriented programming system. So, object, what exactly is an object? Object means in Excel, it can be an application of the Excel workbook, worksheets, your charts, your graphs, correct? Any shape, any button, any text box, any cell value. Even a cell value is also an object. Rows, columns, all these are objects, right? Object oriented. What is oriented? Orientation means basically the orientation in the page, if you say, means it is portrait or landscape. And other orientation in the sense is like your flow. Flow meaning it can be a process, right? In what the way you are writing your program, particular definition, like you have a Oxford dictionary and you have some doubt in any word, English word. So you just open the dictionary and you just search that word. So how do you search that word? It is sorted in a alphabetical manner. Correct? It starts from A, B, C, D, goes up to Z. So that is the flow of the dictionary. Okay, then programming and system. So the four concepts of OOPS are abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Abstraction means difference. We all are different from each other, right? Correct? In terms of color, height, weight, we all are different. Similarly, each and every value which you assign to a variable is different, right? Each and every function which you write in VBA, it is different, correct? So this means abstraction. Encapsulation means a hidden object, any object which is hidden. Even in Excel sheets, I can hide, right? I can hide the rows, I can hide the column, I can hide any cells, I can protect the sheet. So these are all the hidden objects, or you can say locked objects. So encapsulation is basically you have a capsule, right? A capsule contains a powder. It is like box inside another box, then the that box inside another box, that way. So if you want to open the inner box, you have to open the outer box. So this way. Inheritance. Inheritance means carrying forward something to someone, right? For example, I'm carrying some properties of my parents in me. Correct. I might be carrying some good, uh, you know, good thoughts from someone. I'll learn from someone, I'll carry it and I'll give it to someone that way. Polymorphism is basically the class modules. Polymorphism exactly means that in a class there are many students, right? And if I take name of one student, that only particular student responds, right? If I take name of Priyanshu or Rishika, that particular student responds. Why? Because the name is defined in the class. Similarly, we have class modules in VBA also. You can define your own class and then use it in your subroutines and functions. Okay. So now clear with the OOPS concept?
Yes, sir. So I had a question for inheritance. Um, is it like replacing the value of a certain variable?
Replacing the
I
value,
still
if you
don't.
say, okay. No, inheritance
I
is
still
like,
don't
see,
understand the.
Inheritance, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Inheritance is like you are carrying some properties of, some other person that way. For example, if your skin color is bright, then you are not the only girl who is bright in the world. There are many girls who are bright, right? You are carrying some properties which are similar to other person. That way I can say. For example, you have a eye color, right? So eye color maybe brown or black. So many people are there who have the same eye color, same hair color. So that way. And inheritance is something which you get from your parents. That way I can tell you. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, something which you get. For example, if I give you a gift, that is inheritance. I have given you something, right? And you have got something from me. So you'll take the gift, you'll open the box and you'll use it. Or else you will give it to someone else. So that is inheritance. You are getting it from someone and you are using that thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. For example, if you see a calculator, what is inheritance in the calculator? You can say parameters are inherited, right? Parameters are two numbers which I supplied in the calculator for addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. So the addition, what did addition do? Addition took those two numbers as a parameter, it added and it returned the value. Correct? So it inherited those two numbers. Right? Clear inheritance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So it is
Thank you.
like that. Welcome, welcome. So any other doubt? Anyone in oops in these four things? Rishika, Ishika,
No,
and
sir. No, sir. Move
other
on.
students. Okay, no issues.
So
So this,
basically, sorry. So basically, VB is only based out of OOPS concept, right? Like it is all in
yes,
all.
correct. Any programming language is based out of oops concept, except C. C programming is not oops. C++ is oops. Java is oops, and any other programming is based on oops because without oops, it cannot be termed as a programming language. It is a standard
Yes, I got
that
it.
way.
Thank you.
Yes, tomorrow if you make your own programming language, you have to set some standards and a quality for your programming language. That way. So oops is basically a quality of the programming language. Okay. So any other doubts? Because these are basic. These are very minute basics which you must remember. Because from today I will start the tough parts in VBA, like file handling, saving data in the files, you know. So these looping and oops and these are all very basic formulas, functions. These are very basic, minute things. So you must remember these. Otherwise, it might be difficult for you. So any doubts in the errors which we get in the Excel?
No, sir.
If you say no, then can you please explain me these four errors? Any student can speak up. I am not taking any name here. What is ref for? What is value for? What is diff for? What is error for?
I'm not sure, but I'll just give it a try.
No problem. It's good
That
actually. You must give it a try because then only you can be a good programmer. Not in a programmer, in normal life also. You must try something. Because I'll tell you one example. I work in a company where there are around 500 people. Okay. So whenever we have any quiz like that framed by the HR persons, only few of them respond to the quiz. So that's what my higher person had told me, my mentor, that at least you must try. Come up, answer the quiz. Maybe you are winner of the quiz or not, but you must give it a try. That is the most important part. Yes, Ishika.
So reference, I think Priyansh, what he said, I would have said the same thing. Um, for division, it's I think dividing a number with zero.
Mhm.
Value, I'm not sure. Value and error, I'm not sure. But yeah, this much I know, I think.
An error, hash error.
The error है तो error दिखाएगा ना वो. So error, I think. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. Divide is correct. 0 by 0 is divide, or any value by 0 basically. I cannot say 0 by 0, but any value divide by 0, which means div. Div itself means a divided error, div, error with division. Okay, ref is basically any reference error. For example, if I take a web link, www.google.com, if I click on that link and if the page does not open, can I say it is a reference error? Yes, it is a hyperlink reference error. Of course, it is a link. So it is a hyperlink reference error. I'm referring some link in my code which is not opening. So reference can be anything, a cell reference, a value reference, or any website reference, link reference, or any file reference also. I have 10 files. Making a program of 10 files. And when I run my program, there are only 9 files present. One file is missing. So it is a file reference error. Okay. Value is basically it comes in dates and times. When your date is not matching, for example, difference between 2 days, 2 dates. So the date format is not proper, it gives the value error. And error is basically hash 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 hash. Because if your that particular value does not fill in the cell, it gives this hash 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 hash. This is called as a hash error. Okay, you can try it. You can try putting a big value, a big name in the cell. And if you see, it will give you hash 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 hash. Okay. So any further queries, any doubts? Because I will have to start looping now. Yes. You can just go through to the list here. These are the list here. Can just go through. I'll wait for 5 minutes for your queries, your questions. It's going to be 8:50 now. I'll wait till 8:55. Okay, Kshitij is saying go ahead. What about other students? Shika, Rishika, Abhinav, and other students. No problem. I'll wait for 5 minutes. Let's take a break of 5 minutes. Till then, you can just go through the list. If you have any doubt, anything, you can just ask me. Once Jane has left the meeting. Okay. List is basic concepts, formulas, charts, data types, oops, VBA object model, subroutine function, variables, Excel errors, set get values, looping calculator. We have complete lots of topics, right? Please continue. Okay. Any other student? Sabyasachi, continue. Rishika, Ishika, you are clear with the concept? Only 5, 6 students have responded out of 27. I don't know. Others maybe they have doubt or no doubt or all clear. Okay. And if all the concepts are clear, then maybe in 2, 3 days I will set up a exam for you, right? Small quiz. I'll set up an online quiz for you and you will get points in that. And whichever student will get the highest points, I'll give a gift to them. Can you explain VBA object model subroutine function? Really strange because when I ask if there's any doubt, you say no doubt. And now you're asking all the doubts. No problem. VBA object model. Okay. What do you understand by VBA object model? I would like to know from you, Ishika. By the meaning of the word, what do you understand by it? Yes, Ishika, waiting to hear your voice. I know your mic is working.
So like we spoke how object-oriented programming language works. So something on those lines.
No, OOPS is different. VBA object model is different.
No, so the object that we talk about here in VB object model can be like the Excel sheet or the variables and data and everything.
Correct. These are objects, right?
And we use that to model something.
Okay, fine. In your LMS, I think you got one file. Gansham sir had uploaded it. You got this file, example of VBA object model. Maybe he has changed the name or something. You just see. The file name is this example of Excel VBA object model.
So could you open it and show?
Yeah, sure. I'll just open it. But I had shared this file with you all. Like you will also have it and you can refer it. Download it on your computers and refer it anytime. That way. See, this is the VBA object model. Excel application, workbooks, command bars, ribbons, worksheets, projects, and your shapes, ranges, pivot tables. All these things come in the worksheet. Okay, I'll show you the other one. It's a simpler one. See, application. Application is what? Excel application. Here. Here is the Excel. Okay. In application, you have add-ins, windows, workbooks. Window is basically any window you take. Workbooks. Then in workbooks, you have charts, names, VB projects, windows, worksheets. Again, windows like Excel windows. If I open many Excel files, I'll have many Excel windows. In that, worksheets, workbooks, correct? And in the worksheet, what do we have? We have charts, comments, hyperlinks, page setups, pivot tables, and everything, ranges, cell values. So this is the VBA object model basically. And VBA object model also means that yes, I am writing a program in VBA. So what will I target? What will I put in the program? Of course tell the program to use all the Excel resources, right? So that is the VBA object model. Object is basically whatever you see in the Excel, buttons, charts, shapes, whatever things we do on the Excel workbook. Clear VBA object model?
यस सर। सो एनी मतलब जो भी हम एक्सेल में करते हैं उसको भी हम वीबीए ऑब्जेक्ट मॉडल बोलते हैं, करेक्ट?
या
या
करेक्ट,
जो भी हम कर सकते हैं उसमें।
करेक्ट।
ओके।
आप वो बोल सकते हैं और साथ में उसका एक फ्लो है ना, जैसे वर्कबुक के अंदर वर्कशीट होता है, करेक्ट?
या लाइक फॉलोइंग अ हायरार्की ऑफ इट, मतलब
यस,
ऑर्डर में
राइट,
नहीं,
राइट,
बट ऑल द थिंग्स दैट
ऑर्डर,
वी कैन डू।
करेक्ट, करेक्ट, एग्जैक्टली। एंड subroutine function, so anyone can please explain difference between subroutine function?
The subroutine takes the outputs of a lot of functions and compiles them together, and the function just like computes, like addition function computes values like that.
Okay, but does subroutine returns the value
Yes, yes. You can call, yeah, it returns the value.
and function returns the value?
No,
Are you sure?
actually, yeah, I think function also returns the value.
And subroutine also returns the value. Then both are same or both are different? Subroutine takes the code and function returns the answer. So Priyanshu, exactly you have written a question mark at the end of your statement. So I'm confused whether you are asking me or you are answering my question.
No, so like I feel that this is the answer, but I was not much sure. So that is why I put a question mark.
Okay, no problem. So basically, subroutine is like a flow. Every day you get up, you brush your teeth, and then you do all your other tasks, right? Yeah, you have the tea, coffee, and then you do all the other tasks. It is like a flow. And the function basically returns the value. So if you take example of calculator, what was my subroutine? What was my flow of the calculator? If you remember. Yes,
Taking two values and applying the mathematical functions on them.
that is a function. Subroutine you can call the output if the function of, I do not get this. Subroutine you can call the output if the function of like what, I do not get it.
In subroutine, we can call the output of the function, right?
Okay, okay, output of the function. Okay, I got it now. Yes, in subroutine it is basically a flow. For example, you can take the best example is the car. The driver drives the car, right? But where you want to go, the driver does not stand at the signal and then decides that he wants to go left, right, straight, or U-turn, reverse, right? The driver decides the flow, you know, where he wants to go. If you want to land up at a particular place, if you want to reach a particular place, you have your map with you, that I will go like this, left, right, that way, and you will choose a shortest distance, right, to avoid traffic, the shortcuts. Or maybe if you love to stand in the traffic, you will go with a long way. Okay, so that way. Subroutine is like a flow, I can say, a logic which you build in the program. For example, if you take calculator, then the subroutine has calling uh, assigning a variable, two numbers in a variable a and b, and then you call each and every function in it. Add function, then multiply function, that way. Each and every function you call, that is a particular logic pattern in which you run a program is called a subroutine. And function, you as you know that I supply two parameters, it does the operation and it gives me the value, right? Function returns the value back to the subroutine. It is like a return gift. Subroutine gives the gift to the function. Function does the operations and returns the value. Return gift to the subroutine. Okay, clear, Sitish? So subroutine does not
Yes, sir.
return any value. Subroutine only passes the value to the function. Function returns the value. This is actually interview question. Tomorrow, if you go for any Excel interview, they'll ask this question to you. You go for VBA. Difference between subroutine and a function. I faced this lot of times, and I have learned also from it that way. So again, I will tell you to go through the list for 2 minutes and just let me know if you have any doubts. Because I only want you all to be clear with the basic concepts. Then only I will be comfortable to, and you will also be comfortable to enjoy the advanced the file handling part. So just take 2 minutes, go through the list. We'll take a break of 2 minutes. Hi, I'm back. So, am I audible? Can you hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I believe you all have seen the list again and all your doubts are clear. No problem. You can get back to me anytime in case you have any query. But yes, in the advanced course, basically, which I'll start from now, from today, I'll not repeat these lectures again, right? Because it takes time to do the revision. That is why. So let's open our loops file. So it's here. Remember for loop. We had done the for loop. I just copy the code for you. Okay, what do you understand by loop? Looping is an English word. What do you understand by it?
Continuous rounds of things. Like in this case, the function.
So can I say going round, 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 round? Does that mean looping? Yes.
Kind of, yes.
Okay. And if I say one statement many times, it means I'm in a looping mode. If your mobile gets hanged, can I say it's in a looping mode? Like what are the examples of looping? Can you give me some one or two examples? Yes, no, don't know.
So
Searching on Google.
thinking of the example.
Pardon? Thinking. Chika, your voice was breaking, so I only heard thinking. Yes.
So thinking of the example.
Okay, thinking of the example. Okay. So looping is basically something which is repeated, right? A task which is repeated every time is called as a loop. Okay, for example, the best example which I can give you, but I wanted to come from you. We have all learned that example in our school, the loops. So I'll wait for 1 minute for you to come with that example. I'll tell you the name of the subject is maths. In maths, we have done lot of loops in that one particular example. Infinite arithmetic progression. AP. Infinite basically you cannot terminate at loops because loop is defined every time. If you say infinite, means my program will go into a mess. I'm not defining anything, a upper limit for the loop. In the schools we have done it. I support Darshan. Printing the sum of 100 numbers? Yes. Printing the sum of 100 numbers is fine, but the very basic which he had done in the school. First standard, second standard, third standard, very basic in maths.
Oh, when we do division and there's a limit, so we go back to the top and then we again. divided.
No, 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 no.
No,
No.
isn't division a loop?
Division is loop, like looping means anything which is repeated. Okay.
Yeah, so the process is repeated, right? So if it's a big number and I have to divide it by a small number,
Mm.
so first you put the multiple of it and then you
No, but
subtract it
if
and then
I
you get
have
something.
10 numbers, if I have 10 numbers, I want to divide it, right? Then there comes a loop. If I want to divide only two numbers, there is no need of loop, right? 4 divided by 2 is 2. In just one step, I get 4 divided by 2. But if I want to repeat that particular step, I want to divide 10 numbers, like 4 divided by 2, 10 divided by 5, that way. I want to repeat. Then that is the loop. For example, what Darshan has wrote, sum of 100 numbers. Yes. 1 to 100, I will add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. That way. Go also on till 100. That is the loop. And 100 is the upper limit. So it is not infinite. If any program is infinite, means you are breaking the logic of the program. It will run into error. Addition, yes, if it is done multiple times. Anything which is repeated is called as loop in simple terms. So I was telling you of an example. AP is a loop. AP is arithmetic progression, right? Kshitij?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is a kind of loop only. Any progressions in mathematics, it's a loop. But I was talking about the first, second standard mathematics which you have learned. I don't think so. Arithmetic progression comes in first, second standard. Yes, Fibonacci is a loop. See what I have written on the chat box. Oh, spelling mistake. Sorry. Multiplication tables, right? Is it a loop? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6. Yes. Is it a loop? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, a very basic example of the loop. Multiplication table or any other operation, addition of many numbers, which is a loop. So loop is something in which you are repeating the operation every time. You're not repeating the numbers. Huh? Repeating the numbers is not the loop. You're repeating the operation. That is a loop. Okay. So here what we are doing is for loop. For I to 2 to 11, a value I minus 1. So every time it will take a number, it will increment by 1 and it will print it. So what is my operation is printing the number in the cell in A. See, 1 to 10. So this is the for loop. Okay. So clear with the for loop or any doubts in the for loop? Similarly, I can use the for loop to print multiplication table. I can do that. I can use for loop to print Fibonacci series or AP, arithmetic progression, or any other mathematical expression. I can use that in which lot of numbers are there. Of course, defining a lower limit and a upper limit. Okay. So is for loop clear now? Okay. Just read what I have written in the chat box. Repeated option. What is the loop? Repeated operations based on multiple numbers. And what are those numbers called? Parameters. Where do we use the parameter? We supply it to a function. What does function do? Function does the operation. Addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, whatever operation is there. And it gives us the return value. So this is the basic concept of the loop. Right? Now loops are clear. Ishika, Shitish, Darshan, anyone there out of
Yes, sir.
25?
Yes, sir, cleared.
So can you please explain me back return gift that what did you understand by loop?
Yes, sir. So basically, loop is that you go in a similar function. In a similar function, you do repetitive steps, and it gives you a return value. The numbers need not be like the data type or the numbers need not be same, but
Okay,
the operation or the process that we are following is in a similar fashion.
correct. Any repeated steps, right? Good. So you have understood the loops basically for loop. So I'll show you the same type of loop in do loop. Okay, now see the do loop. In do loop, I'm printing in B column. Okay, this is the for loop. Just have a look what will be printed in the B column. See, this is the do while loop. I will do here I equal to 1. Let's start from I equal to 1. Let me change. Sorry, equal to 2 as I wanted row number 2. Oh, it skipped 1. Right. Okay. See, this is a do loop. Do while. It is called as do while. So what can you understand by small code of do while? Yes. You want I can copy the for loop also for you so that you will know the difference. Yes, now both the codes are copied for you. Just read it and see what is the difference. Both the loops are doing the same thing, same operation, which is printing the value from 1 to 11, 1 to 10.
Hello. So sorry to interrupt, but you know that, right? That the lecture is only till 9:20.
Yes, I know it. Maybe I'm little bit ahead, right? 1 minute.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm done. So I'm done with the lecture. I only wanted to share the do loop with you. That I'm doing the same operation what I'm doing in for loop in do loop. Because in loops we have only two parts. One is for loop and do loop. Do while. Okay. There is no other loop in the programming. There is only for loop and do loop. So we have completed the loops part here. Tomorrow when I'll meet you, I'll again take the revision if you have any doubts. And I'll start with the file handling. How do we save the data in the files? Okay. So we have done with the lecture and have a good day. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. I'll share this file with you all.